see nobody go up there and vent that dome. Now, I could have let them crush it, but I don't want none of that in my tank. So I got out the truck, he got a little upset, and I said, hey, look, all I want you to tell me is that anybody go out there and vent that tank. He stood there for a minute. He knew nobody did. It's important, if you're going to load or unload or load to another tank, you guys, or the other tank has to be vented, okay? That is the important thing, people. We do not want to crush these tanks, okay?
Right.
You get to a customer, right? You're gonna have not a valve, it's a line with threads, just like what you're gonna see here, but it's gonna be straight out this way, okay? When you take his nut out, see that gasket? You want that gasket, everything in place. You do not want to flip it up here. Look, you can't get nothing into it, right? Second of all, if you flip this around, you got an open space here now. So be careful when you take these nuts off. Make sure, however you take it off, make sure it's flat. So when you take that customer's off, you make sure you catch everything in spot, okay? Now, give me that 1 second here. You grab it. Stay right there, guys. You got it? All right. This is what we call the whiskey fitting. It's a straight fitting. Same thing here. When you get the, you're gonna get everything. You're gonna get every fitting I'm showing you. You guys gonna get that too. All right. When you wash your fitting, let's say you use the whiskey fitting, right? Make sure the gasket or the seal go with it, okay? So they'll be together as a pair. See how it goes in there real nice and neat? Now look when I flip it up.
It's uneven.
Well, not only uneven, you
It
can't
didn't go down all the way.
no thread.
Another thread, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a good sign that you put them
So
upside
you
down.
want to put it with the little oval inside going in so you can have that thread, all right? This is what we call the whiskey fitting. This is the fitting, look. It's going to have right there the male. See, this is the connection now. This does not have a connection until you put this on, all right? So now you're able to screw it right on here, look. See there how it screws on real easy?
Yep.
Real nice. They're gonna give you an elbow. The two reasons why the elbow. Let's say you get to a customer, he also has a threaded, but the straight won't fit. You might need an elbow. But also on some of our tanks, the older tanks, that's my phone now. Forget it, baby. Hold on. I got a brother's in the hospital. That's my boss. Yes, sir. Your DM, you stop everything, or you'll cry. All right. Get the elbow on some of the older tanks. You notice when you open up that tank, you see an elbow down there, right? Some of them will not have an elbow. Please make sure when you put your elbow, get the gasket in there, right? You screw it on. Don't forget to take that elbow off with you. 'Cause that's your elbow. Because you're used to having them already on there. Your mind is gonna think, oh, that was there. No, it's your elbow. You make sure you take the damn thing off, okay? He will have that should have a big nut there, okay? So if you remove that nut and you leave it right there next to it, you know this belongs to you, okay? You might not get a cap because you don't need one. You know, the elbow is just the elbow. You're gonna put your fitting on, all right? Now that I'm talking about fittings, if I asked anybody right now, how many of you guys got your license with you right now? Yeah. Same thing here. Your wallet, you don't leave home without it. You don't leave your fittings. People are gonna ask you, hey, you're gonna go to the tank wash, leave it in there. Oh crap. What happens if you take that tank to the tank wash, they're gonna say, assign you a new tank, a clean tank. Hey, you got this tank already, rock and roll and go with it. Boom, you're gonna grab it and you're gonna leave your fittings back there. When you finish using your fittings, put them in your box, okay? That way they stay with you. When you go to the tank wash, you know, you give your fittings, you know, you're reporting in, you're giving them the tank and all that. Give them you're going to give your fittings. And as you tell the man or woman, whoever's there, say, listen, I'm going to wait for my fittings right here. They're going to say to you, oh, don't worry, Oakley. We got showers in a lot of these places you're going to go to. We got driver's room and all that. Go and take your shower, whatever. No, I'm gonna wait for my fitting. Well, we're not gonna get to it now. Okay, fine then. You stay on that fitting because you walk away, you're gonna forget about it, and you're gonna take off and you're gonna forget. You're gonna come back, your fitting's gone. Nobody knows what the hell happened to it, right? Do not leave these fittings alone. Keep them with you. Watch them. Now, I myself carry plastic bags. I got a Bristol white rod, and God, what was the name of that song with the little soap with the little duck, the yellow one?
Dove.
Dawn.
Dawn. What is the blue? It's a blue
Oh,
stuff.
the blue.
Okay, food grade. If you're somewhere and you can't get and you want that wash, throw it down, brush it up, take the gaskets out, get the gaskets inside out, the seals, wash it good, rinse it, and put it in a bag. It's sanitized. I mean, you eat off your plate. I'm only for emergency. I'm telling you, okay? You don't get to a tank wash, carry that for emergencies. All right? At least your fitting is clean. All right?
What about the blue dish down?
Yes,
Oh,
that one, okay? I carry some in my truck, all right? Any questions so far? All right, so we know
So this is for when you.
these are for juice tanks, okay?
Okay.
Like I said, you can't pump, you can't use in transit heat. The customer will load you, will unload you,
Okay.
all right?
Okay.
Oh, you good?
And by the way, guys, I'm here for you. I want you all to pass. I want you to succeed. If you want me later on, you want my number, I'll give it to you. You're gonna get a mentor. But if you need my help, I'm here for you guys. If I hear one of you guys telling me, "Ooh, 1 o'clock," hey, I'll stop the class. I don't care. I already know my stuff, you know. But it's me. I'll go the extra mile for you guys. I only did it one time, and I won't do it again. But it was a big class. It was, I think, 19 of us. We were here till 8 o'clock.
Wow.
But wait a minute. We, everybody, you know, we did bring some pizza, you know. But I mean, we all pitched in. We got pizza. But I let everybody know. Who wants to cut it off now? Nobody. Everybody wanted to get a finished pumping. Everybody wanted. We're not gonna stay late like that. That was the only time, because they were eager. They wanted. So if you guys come up to me and tell me, Jose, it's getting late on, I'll stop the class, okay? But if you don't, I mean, today what I want to do, we might get a little chance of pumping, but today I want to go to the tanks, I want to go to the transit heat, I want to show you a 40-foot hose, I want to show you a 3 to 2 connection, things that you guys going to see out there. You're going to go with your trainer, you might not get a chance to do it, but you'll do it here. At least you'll have it a little bit of an idea. Have you done a 40-foot hose?
No.
Has anybody talked to you about 40-foot hose?
They will, but they do.
220?
Yeah. You
No,
done it?
I've done
Oil
it.
field.
That's the oil field. Right now, guys, whoever done get it out of your damn head. I had a guy, young man, tell me, and I'm not joking. He come up to me, he goes, Jose, pump is pump. And I said, what do you mean pump is pump? I pump all. I said, where do you come from? Schneider. I said, that's chemical. Same thing, food grade chemical, pump is pump. So I said, okay, do me one good pump off right now. And if you can do me good, I pass you. I will pass you. I told him up, and I want to tell you guys about the handles, the whole work. He didn't listen. He grabbed that, and he was about your size, young man, strong as hell, man. He put the pump to unload. He closed the customer. Here's all this pressure building up in there. He didn't hear the suction. He wasn't listening. But I don't know how he did it, but he yanked that hose and that water flowed all over. Then he looked at me and goes, Jose, I will keep my mouth shut. I will listen to you now. So please, when you say about that, we do a different roll-up, okay? So Oakley has we have our methods, but I guarantee you guys, when you're out there, you're gonna do your own little twerking, a little different. I don't care, as long as you don't make a spill and you do it right.
When I unloaded up in Jersey once, and I had to use 2 hoses.
It tastes the whiskey.
Tequila, güey.
How dare you?
This is the double male. Not often we use, but you will use it. I've only used it one time, but everything, like I said, Oakley gives you, you might use it and you might not. Everything's like a puzzle. Before you look, you get to the customer, look at the situation, how things are looking, okay? So you'll decide what fittings you're gonna use. So, stop and think. It's got the cap, all right? The inside is inside. Remember, if it has ears, it's a female. If it has no ears, it's a male. Like my wife says, you men don't listen. That's why we don't have ears. So if it has ears, what is it?
Female.
Female. Look at that, it has no ears. Two males, right? So connecting two females to inside the male, okay? That's all it is.
And I would make sure that it's got the gasket in between female, right? So
When you connect, yeah, always. Double female, right? Gaskets inside, two males connecting here. Look, they got ears. So these are the females, correct? Makes sense, right? Now, the 3 to 2. You're gonna get customers where they're in is a 2-inch fitting, okay? Pull the hose out. You got your hose over here, the male, the 3-inch. You connect. All right. Now you got your 3-inch, your 2 here. Again, check your gaskets. When your tank washes your fittings, check your gaskets. Make sure they put them back in there. Look at this. Connects female to male, right? Now, stop and think. Pretend, look. Pretend this here has a 2-inch. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make it easier for you. I'm gonna show you something.
convert. It would work.
Let's pretend this is the customer. Don't even look at this. This is the customer. He's got a 2-inch. All right? No. I'm sorry. You get your hose, you hook it up. Always keep him capped until you're ready to connect. So you got your hose, and I'm gonna tell you, always get your hands free. Put a spill pad or a little bucket down there, grab the hose between your legs. This way you got the leg, you take the cap off, you connect, then you connect. Now remember, this moves, right? Before you lock it up, let's say this line is sitting real low. You cannot connect in this way because how are you going to get those ears, right? So this is the time where you can move it, lock it, now you can connect. Understand what I'm saying? Don't do it while the customer's there. The customer, once you take that cap off, you're ready to connect. So take care of it here, right now, however you need to move. Whatever way, shape thing you need to do, okay? Any questions? You got this all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go to the next one.
Ooh, a lot of new information.
Yep. You're gonna get your big old wrench here, okay?
That's 2 wrenches.
That's all you're gonna get. You're gonna get straps, you're gonna get all the other stuff with it. Everything you see here, you're gonna get. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
5-gallon bucket.
4, 6, 7. All right.
I wouldn't use that for a
Now,
gray bucket if I was you.
It's up to you guys, but I'm gonna show you what I have before I go on, what I carry in the truck that is gonna come helpful for you, okay?
All right.
Pull some stuff on.
Oh, yeah.
Got this at Walmart, this little bucket.
There you go.
I know they're gonna give you the big bucket, but sometimes these little buckets come in a lot handy. All you need is one. Reason is because this bucket here will not fit underneath your trailer because once those airbags drop, that thing won't fit down there. All right, this will. But also this would help you if you need to get samples from the back, you know, you can use this bucket, which they did show you about getting samples and talk to you about that.
No.
I like to keep things in place. I got this little bag from Home Depot and all that. Zip it up. I got straps.
Nice.
See this rope here? Reason I got this rope here is because if you get, let's say from, you're gonna get a sample or something, you get product in here, he doesn't have a place where to throw the product, dispose of it, you will put it back in the tank. Only after your tank is empty. Now, you do not want to carry a bucket and try to climb the stairs.
There you go.
So you tie a rope on this. In my case, you don't tie it. There's a clip
Got a
here.
hook.
There's a little hook. I use.
Alright.
I wrap it. I clip it to the rope, and I hoist the rope up. So then I hoist the bucket up, throw the product in there, hoist the bucket back down. You don't break your back. Everything is all kept nice and secure. Okay.
Safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in here, I got my straps, rope, any other little junk you need there. Okay. Keeps it nice from everything just being scattered all over the place. You can get these in auto parts, Walmart. These are oil pans. You can get them off, what's that big thing? Amazon. All right? They're great. They're all good. They'll fit great when you do your hydraulic lines. Inside the cabinet, if
That's
there's a
nice.
leak, you
That's
can
real
stick
good.
it in there.
Yeah,
You know,
'cause
these,
It's
they're
you're always
different.
gonna get.
And even for the
differences.
customer, you go to a customer, slap it right underneath it, okay? All right? I got 4 of them. I've always caught with 4 was always enough, all right?
Okay.
All right.
Will they clean those when you take it to the truck wash?
What's that?
Like if you use those and you get the drippings in there, will they clean those at the truck wash? Your oil,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, just give them like your bucket and all that. You can get at Walmart, not Walmart, but Home Depot. See how you carry all your tools over there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And by the way, since I'm showing you tools, when you line your trailer up, on the passenger side, in the back of the trailer, that fender, use that as your workbench. Put all your tools there, keep everything in order so you don't forget, okay?
Yep.
Now y'all know what this is, right?
Yeah.
That's fifth wheel
Fifth
puller.
wheel.
Right. This baby doll will save your life. First of all, you open up a cabin door, it might be too tight. You don't want to reach in there. You can stick in there, grab the hose and stick it right out there. And sometimes hoses would got a tendency to slide back. Your arm ain't long enough. Grab in there, just reach in there, pull that baby out right there. Yes, sir.
Where did you get that from?
You can get them at TA's, any truck stop.
Yeah.
They got 'em
They're
everywhere.
Fifth wheel pullers.
Okay.
Now, this is the medium size. I should have got the larger, the longer one.
Okay.
You know, but I prefer getting a long one, but it's too late now. You got this, okay?
Well, you're a good welder. Weld you an extension in the middle of it.
What's that?
Find you a good welder. Weld you a 3, 4, 5-inch extension in the middle of it.
Yeah, you can do that too.
I'm a welder. I just don't have a welding machine.
All right. So that was just some of the little tricks and trades that I have that I just want to share with you guys, okay?
Yep.
Any questions? Everything good?
Yep.
Sir. All right. All right, good. Let's walk over here now. All right, guys, listen. Whiskey tank, internal valve. Whiskey tanks are the only internal valve on outside on the whiskey. It'll be on your left hand. Only reason is because whiskey tanks are pressurized tanks. All the other ones are not. All right, because they got remember they got those what we call the Christmas tree and also the vent caps. They can be air pressured. All right, we will never do it. The customer, very seldom. I don't think they even do that, but they're there in case that they do. That's where they'll hook up their lines, they air it up, the dome will not be open, so they pressurize it and they push everything out, all right?
Oh, okay.
So now, whiskey tanks are the only ones with the internal valve sitting outside. Now, when I was on the road, there's people who try to do damage. If they put a seal on here, right, the customer, you will write that seal down. You put it in your Qualcomm. If it doesn't have a seal, don't you dare put a seal of your own, because if you forget to cut it off, that man's gonna ask you, where the hell is that seal, okay? Don't you dare put a seal. Now, what I do suggest, get you a zip tie, right here, look. Right there where that little lever is right here. Look at this, right here, see this here? Put a zip tie there. So when you do your check, if anybody cut the zip tie or moved it, you know somebody tampered with it and pumped it, okay? We got that?
Yep.
All right. No seals. Zip tie, yes. Because you get to the customer, what is that? Oh, it's a zip tie. Keep that for security. He won't question it, okay?
That's smart.
Now that I said that, before I even start this, when you get to a customer, he's loading you from the top or maybe from the back. Majority, they're pretty nice people. Ask them, hey, listen, before you lock up my door here, can I please make sure all my handles are closed, everything's capped? And for the most part, some will say yes, some will say no, we know what we're doing. They don't want you to go in there. You have to take their word for it, okay? In my case, what happened, I was getting a load of apple juice. It was Barker, New York. And I asked the guy, can I check back there? The guy said yes. But the other guy didn't know. He went and locked it. What happened was they left the external valve open. This cap was open. What happened now? Internal valve here, right? When you pump it, there's a plunger that goes up. But what happened, something was not quite secure right. So as the truck was jumping, the plunger would push it up, moving up a little bit. Apple juice was coming down. Now, if this would have been closed and this would have been capped, no big deal. It's still inside the trailer. But because it wasn't, when I stopped at the restaurant, I always make my rounds, I see apple juice all down